Welcome to another episode of Grub Masters. I'm Chris, this is John. Today, we're doing crab cakes. Well, John, I've been doing crab cakes now maybe 15 years or so. Bringing them to parties, having them, around the holidays and stuff like that. And I usually use a steakhouse recipe. Has a lot of vegetables in it. There's a lot of filler. I use Ritz crackers and lump crab meat. And I do like a third crab, a third of the breadcrumbs, and a third of the vegetables.
And it's good. It's really good.
It is. It's good, but sometimes that crab meat gets lost in there. And last year I came up with another recipe, a lot less ingredients, but it really lets that crab flavor shine right through.
And this is really great for summertime because it's light, it's not super heavy, and we've got the real crab in this.
Right. You want to find lump crab meat, jumbo lump, super lump. Get those nice chunks, and when you're making it, make sure you don't over process it where you're going to break it down. Your guests are really going to enjoy it when it's nice and lumpy.
All
so,
right. Minimal ingredients.
Yes.
Walk us through.
Yeah. So first thing I do is I start off with crab meat. Go out, you get a can. Cans are usually got 16 ounces, a pound in there. You want to open this bad boy up, and I run it through a colander, a strainer, pick through it. Make sure there's no shells left in there. Lots of times you're going to find that there's a couple of shells in there. Nobody wants to bite into their crab cake and have that extra.
Well, let's get a good look at that.
Yeah.
That is just, that's what we're looking for.
Right.
Big, nice, chunky lumps.
Within a pound, you might find a couple of shells. I'll pick through it, see if there's anything there. I did wash my hands just a minute ago. The meat looks really, really good.
And there's almost no juice. We just leave that alone.
Right.
All right, so we'll set this aside.
Yeah. Now, the next thing I like to do is do my wet ingredients. So I use about half a cup of mayonnaise, maybe a tablespoon or so of Dijon mustard, about a tablespoon or so of the Worcestershire. I do a couple of
so tablespoon, so 1, 2, 3
maybe,
tablespoon.
Yeah, that looks good. And then maybe a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of hot sauce.
So again, we don't want this to be on fire. We're just augmenting the flavor, right?
Right.
So just going to give it a little shaky shake. A little more?
Maybe a tad more, yeah. That looks good. So get your wet ingredients nicely mixed up there.
Salt, pepper.
You know what? A little bit of salt. You don't want to put too much in there.
Take a pinch.
Perfect. And just maybe a couple of cracks of the pepper. Looking good. Perfect.
All right.
All right, so your wet is all set.
How
Now,
about the egg?
how could I forget? 1 egg. You got it? Egg is in. All right, now the wet is pretty much all set here. Let me just give it a couple more swooshes. Perfect. For the binder, I usually use Ritz. They're nice, they're buttery, but it'll darken the color. You're using nice white crab meat here, Saltines. I started using Saltines. I put in about 15 or 20 of them. If you're inside, you might want to run it through a food processor. Lots of times I just throw it into a Ziploc bag, grab maybe half a package, a little bit more. That should be plenty. Not very scientific at all, but you want to get this down to a nice, fine, powdery kind of consistency, Get it down there so there's not big chunks, but it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect either.
Today, I am the food processor.
Hell of a guy. It's looking good.
All right.
So what I like to do, the last thing I want to do is fold in the meat. So I'm going to throw the breadcrumbs right into this here bowl. Get this whole pound of lump crab meat right in.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Now, you know, you're making these, you can make them as big as you want, you know, but you're making them for an hors d'oeuvre for a party or something. You might want to make like a little, you know, teaspoon size ones, little slider size. But I'd say if you're going to make your typical size crab cake, this recipe will probably get you, yield maybe 8 of them or so. But yeah, you really don't need to work this too hard. You want to get it all incorporated, but you really don't want to bust up any of those lumps the best you can, obviously.
And so from here, this is going to go into the fridge for about an hour.
Right.
So it cools down so we can form those patties.
Right, yeah, you want to let this cool for at least an hour. So right now, I think this thing's pretty well mixed. And we'll get this in the cooler, and we'll start cooking these bad boys off.
Oh, I cannot wait. We'll see you then.
Crab cake mixture here has been cooling for about 2 hours. I think it's time we form a couple patties, get them on this smoking hot griddle, and get to eating.
Yeah, that's it.
So I like to, you know, take them, make them, you know, a little bit bigger than a golf ball size, maybe like a racquetball size. Just form. It doesn't have to be perfectly round, but you know, you can't really screw this up. Get it on here. Give it 3 minutes aside or so. Try and get all the lumps to stick together, but it's not too tough to do. We'll probably stretch this out here to make probably about 12 little guys here, because we got some guests, and although I could probably make 1 or 2 big bad boys for me and Johnny, I don't think the rest of the guests would be too happy about that.
And you're noticing we're not overloading the pan. So we're doing 4, it's nice and comfortable. We'll just let these go. How many minutes aside?
About 3 minutes aside.
Okay, flip, another 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It's eating time.
Yeah.
All right.
If you were inside and you didn't want to cook on the grill, you can get the broiler going. Probably put it under there, maybe 4 or 5 inches away from the top. 4 or 5 minutes, and they should be nice.
All right, we'll check in when we flip.
I think you're good.
That's 3 minutes actually.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, now smoosh it down a little bit. Yeah.
3 minutes. We did the flip. 3 minutes has elapsed again. We're going to pull these guys.
Ooh, perfection, Johnny. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to have some happy guests.
All right, so I'm going to give it another spray of canola oil. So we want this pan really, you know, sauced up so that they don't stick at all.
Right, right.
You make some more patties. I'm going to drizzle these with a little lemon.
Gotta have some nice fresh lemon juice.
We'll just let those sit for a second. And these are good size too. You wouldn't be embarrassed to serve one of these this size to your friends.
Not at all.
You know, these are nice.
Not at all. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. I want to sink my teeth into one of these. Oh, I don't know. Can I take that whole thing?
Dog's going to be happy.
I can.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is delicious.
Wow. It's very light.
Yeah.
A lot of crab, a lot of lumps of crab.
Mm. Yeah, the crab flavor really comes through.
The crab is the hero. There's nothing distracting from the crab in this.
Yep.
Wow.
Very nice, John. Oh, and we're going to wolf these down pretty quickly. Well, if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up, share,
like it,
subscribe.
Tell all your friends about us.
Yeah, send us
We'll
some
see you
comments.
next time.
Take it easy.